Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, and welcome to another episode of Darkness in Dublin. With a bit of a twist this time, we are playing the majority demon venue, but we do have a visitor or two from the vampire venue. As this scene begins, the various demons of Dublin will have been sensing a building pressure in the air. This particular pressure is mostly charged with powerful faith. But in the case of the vampires present, I believe there's two of you, although there will only be one. The energy is more like a metallic taste. Unpleasant, really, but drawing you there. In the case of the demons, you can sense it down to the south end of the city. It's a stronger pull, and you get this odd impulse that you should probably go there. But at the same time, an instinct in the back of your mind, some mortal part of you, a remnant of your host, is screaming, "Don't. Please don't. It's scary. Run away. Go the other way." It's up to you whether or not you want to listen to your cowardly hosts or march bravely forth. With that, we'll begin with some of the demons introducing how they wish to gather. Demons?
So much for enthusiasm on the demon side. Lil and Karul are driving and are just going south, whether Karul likes it or not.
Not at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, especially children. That's against the rules.
I hate you, Jesse.
Yep.
And as far as Nick is concerned, he'll make his own way there. Though, would he be able to use the first stop of Laura Patterns to try and figure out what he's kind of walking into?
Yes. Make the appropriate roll, please.
I know what I've got to roll. How many dice? All right, 8. Well, that's one success. Where it's going to occur.
Okay. As you use this to open your mind to the various twisting potentials ahead of you, you see an industrial park. You see an industrial unit. You see the unit is a place where humans have congregated quite frequently lately. And there's an odd smell to the place. You recognize it by a smell in your mind, it smells kind of like the antiseptic smell of a hospital, but with an undercurrent of an open sewer or a blocked drain.
So basically a toilet block in a very dirty toilet.
Something like that. I'm trying to add a bit of subtlety.
Okay. All right, and unless you want to say no to this, I'll assume that he probably sees the twins there as well.
You sent. With one
feel free to say.
With one success.
Sorry, I thought you guys were twins. The brothers. I know that you guys are like brothers and sisters. But
yeah, but I'm not a twin. She's like way younger.
Okay.
Well, look at sister, man. Seriously, dude.
Just to like carry the scene along and just to get everyone together. Is it all right if I just say Nick knows or figures out where they're going live and like?
Yeah, with one success, you don't know that they're going.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so we've had the brother and sister. We've had Nick turn up. Who next?
Is that all the demons accounted for? Yeah.
I believe so. Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Scott, well, character name Ryan, gonna get you on the phone and like be really hectic. I can see something, I can smell something. It's funny, it's flamboyant, and it makes me really want to go and find it, but I don't want to do it alone because I upset the seneschal, and I really don't feel that safe right now because I called the Nosferatu an animal. And all of this is probably just going to be another little side trap. But hey, you enjoy fun anyway, so why don't you come out and show me where this stuff is if you can help me find it? And if not, I'll help you find it too, and it'll be fun, and we might meet people, and it might be fun. Hey, yeah.
Question: is your character a Malkavian?
That's not a question. That's a statement.
Williams, you need to lay off of the caffeine.
Because if you are a Malkavian, I'd like you to do something very special for me.
My mum says I'm special. Go ahead.
Okay, make me a willpower roll, please.
This is the part where I have to find my willpower.
Yep.
I have. What is it? Just roll willpower equal to number of d10s.
Yes. Roll a number of d10s equal to your willpower. Your permanent willpower, please.
Did I do good, Meg?
How many times did you get a 6 or above?
Oh, geez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 of which were 10s.
Hold the fuck up. I need to open Discord now. Are you quite sure?
I am very sure.
Yes.
I'm not even mad. That's actually a really good fucking roll.
Okay.
8, yes, 8.
Well
Jesus.
fucking done, man.
Right. Bugger. Okay. In that case, for a few moments, you are lost to the network as the madness of Malkav overwhelms you. But suddenly, you are standing in an industrial park. You're not really there. You know that. You know you're not really there. But you're there. And you can smell the strong smell of disinfectant coming from one of the units. And there's a drain about maybe a couple of meters away from you that smells really bad. Someone's blocked it. There's the rain that's been going on for the last couple of weeks, in fact, has been. You can feel it on your shoulders, like getting lighter and lighter. You can see the lights of distant streets, and you can hear a voice inside one of the shutters. You can hear it chanting, and then after a few seconds, the chanting stops. And you feel something. If you've ever stood assuming your character has stood in an empty room before, and then someone's walked in, that feeling of being watched, you are suddenly where there is something behind you. There's someone standing right behind you. You spin on the spot, and there's no one. But the presence is still behind you. Even as you move, it's still behind you. You keep turning on the spot, trying to see it. Never able to even catch a glimpse. Until finally, having made yourself dizzy, you fall over and wake up slumped on the floor. You've been unconscious for maybe a second.
I ring. I call Ryan on the phone like fucking speed dial with righteous fervor. Ryan, I know where we're going. I know where we're going. Madness shit. I need you.
Oh, my lord. What is it this time?
Industrial place. Lovely smell of lemon pledge, if I'm not mistaken. Things there. Couldn't see them, but they could see me. It was quite funny in a way. I'm used to observing, not being observed. Kind of weird, but awesome at the same time. You should come with me because like you can do the whole talking to ghosts and stuff, and I don't like doing that because I think if you're dead, you just shouldn't be disturbed. But that's your thing, and I'm not going to mock it.
Well, if they are of an apparitional nature, I'm on my way promptly.
Of course, and if the Giovanni should discover you, I will happily snap their necks in two and use their lovely little twigs of bones to... I don't know, I've been needing a new wind chime, if I'm honest, but... well.
You fail to realize I have no enmity to that clan. Let's just go.
But they have enmity to you, good sir! But okay, I'll be there in an hour.
I make my way there. I don't know exactly what region of Dublin it is and how long that would take for me to walk there. I get a taxi. Fuck it.
Yeah, it's not really walking distance. It's one of those industrial parks that's like only really accessible from a motorway. So
Okay.
yeah, a taxi is ideal.
Yeah, we can get vehicles and stuff down there.
Okay.
And just so you're aware, I'm probably gonna have Auspex on 24/7 if possible, just because it's useful.
Okay. Okay. In that case, we'll say you all arrive at the same time. Your various cars pull up into the car park. Your taxis let you drop you off, all these various things. You all arrive at roughly the same time. You have all specs up. What level?
I think I just have 2 because I didn't put that much in it because I'm an
Same.
idiot.
Okay.
Yeah, Auspex 2.
Do you have heightened sensors up?
I
That's
would
level
not
1
know.
all specs.
Oh, yeah, sure, why not? I've got all the...
I'm just so you know, level 1 Auspex is heightened sensors, and level 2 is aura perception.
Yeah, I was going to probably go for aura perception because it's probably a bit easier.
Okay. You have aura perception up then, right? Yeah. Do you both have aura perception up, or just one of you?
I think just Relius at the moment.
Okay. In that case, as soon as you step out of the vehicle, and the nice, pleasant aura of the taxi, and the nice sense of like comfortable travel, like safe journeys that this vehicle carries, it feels like you've just been punched in the side of the head by a very, very strong boxer. Because this place has an aura of such rank foulness. It's like clawing your way through a blocked sewer drain. It is that foul. You can feel it sticking to you.
Well, I must say I was never a fan of Bugsy Malone, but my head is being boxed about far thicker than anything I could meet in a boxing ring.
So you want to be a boxer?
In the golden ring.
You bastard. Right. Okay, for the demons, when you step out of your vehicles, you are aware that this place is rich with faith. It's tainted faith. You can feel that. It's not the faith you'd like. This is faith. This has been marred by torment. You can't quite tell how strongly yet. But you're aware there is a poison to it. But nevertheless, this place is rich with faith. There's a lot of it here. And perhaps, if you can find a way to cleanse it, it could be a rich source of power for you all.
Would I be allowed to activate Shroud Sight?
Yes, you can activate your outside.
Okay.
I believe it's tied to the thickness of the gauntlet. So let's see. Which direction are you looking in?
I don't know, whatever direction I would be if I'd just got out of the car, I suppose.
Okay, I'm going to say that the industrial unit that you have been told you have to go to, because I'm assuming that your colleague has explained which unit he saw, because he will have seen the number.
Yep.
It's to your immediate right when you get out of the vehicle, and to your immediate left is the exit from the industrial park and the motorway. So do you look to your right or do you look to your left?
I look to my right first.
Okay, as soon as you look to your right, that industrial unit through shroud sight looks like a Neil. A spiritual black hole.
Oh dear.
You are looking directly, and I do mean directly, into the pit, or basically into Grandmore. You are looking into the thing from whence spectres emerge. Lose a point of willpower. Temporary, but still lose a point of willpower.
Okay.
And now, roleplay accordingly.
All right. My character shudders. That's positively perturbing. Really, are you seeing this?
Legolas, what do your elven eyes see?
I have no idea what you're talking about, but some sort of hole. You know, a place in which a soul emerges from.
Interesting. I can't say this has anything to do with socio-political things, but I'm still interested.
All right, I'm just gonna real quick, just in the dirt, in the ground in front of me. I'm just gonna draw a door, just on the off chance, because my character's a little on edge at the moment. So he's gonna real quick, just like I assume that if this is an industrial park, the ground will be made of concrete. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna real quick just take a piece of chalk out my pocket and draw a door.
Okay.
Are you really that scared that you're busting out the white stick of doom?
It's a piece of chalk. You calm yourself now.
Okay, I guess. Point being, everything here is weird.
I am going to point something out to you, since you've used Shroud Sight.
Okay.
As far as you are aware, industrial parks do not generally have so thin of a veil. The barrier between the living and the dead is usually nowhere near as thin as it clearly is here.
I like.
Well, Relius, I suppose I could be inclined to perhaps temporarily fix this issue. I can't change the Shroud's weakness and strength. That would be annoying.
I mean, you do what you gotta do. I just had a vision of coming here. I'm not sure if I even have a part to play here, if I'm honest, but hey, it's cool.
All right. Well, I'm gonna wander around for a bit then.
Sure, just don't stray too far. I don't really like being alone out here.
At that point, that seems an appropriate moment. Saskia,
Yes.
Lele gets a tap on the shoulder.
I mean, Lil is totally not paranoid and was totally not checking the gun in her pocket. And when there's a fucking tap on her shoulder, that gun is out and pointing at whatever is tapping on her shoulder.
The tap on your shoulder was clearly from someone shorter and quite close to you, but when you turn around, there's a short, bald man about 3 feet away. Too far away to have tapped you on the shoulder, of that you're certain. But it's also a man you've definitely recognized.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's the emissary again. And he's grinning at you.
I'm getting a car.
Yeah, you get the car. No, that's fine. No, Lil is just gonna keep the gun pointed at him and is like, "The fuck are you doing here? What the fuck is going on here? Who the fuck are you?"
I am the emissary, and I could really ask you the same question, my dear. You are here at one of my master's holdings, or should I say mistress's holdings. One must always be correct these days.
I swear to God, if you keep eating prawn crackers down the mic, I'm going to end you.
It's not actually me this time.
Okay.
Yes. The emissary looks at each of the demons. In the case of Nick, Nick definitively recognizes him as the man who summoned an outsider. As far as you were aware, Nick, this man burned in a fire.
Of course he survives. He wouldn't be much of a villain if he didn't.
Yes.
Says the demon.
Well, there are worse things than demons.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, there are.
Right,
Giovanni, for example.
No.
That's what she said.
The emissary extends his hand to Lil.
The gun. There's a gun pointed at him. There will remain a gun being pointed at him.
Oh, must we do this every time? It's getting tedious.
Great, I'm getting in the car.
Well, since you're here without invitation, I'm going to assume you're here to speak to the mistress.
You have quite a lot of assumptions.
So far, I've only made two. Number one,
Yeah, that's too much.
Number one, that you aren't stupid enough to pull that gun. Number two, you're here to speak to the mistress.
Did you put all that money on my account?
You have
We
money?
did,
Oh, wait.
certainly.
You can take it fucking back. I don't need it.
That wasn't the mistress's viewpoint, I'm afraid.
I don't give a fuck.
She was certain that you and your brother would benefit from it. And given that the tyrant has taken rather a dim view of you, she thought it best to extend a supporting and kind hand in this time of dire need.
That is so not appreciated. We take care of ourselves. We do not need you. We do not need a bloody tyrant. We do not need your fucking mistress.
His face goes a little slack. Everyone
Starting
needs
up the car.
mistress. However, you are certain, I take it, that you don't require her aid. Most unfortunate. Nevertheless, and he starts drumming his fingers on his chin. Perhaps. Yes, just possibly. You see him tilt his head one way, then the other, then back the other way. I think, yes, you'll make excellent associates. And then suddenly his head snaps up, like as if he's noticed something new. And you hear him growl, like in his throat. The two vampires will hear a distant growling sound.
I hope that's not a guard dog.
It sounds more like rolling thunder.
Rolling thunder, hey?
You aware of any werewolves in the area, perchance?
Not at the moment, unless it's a wolf inclined to live in an industrial park.
You make a valid point. That doesn't make me feel any better. Can I can I activate the obfuscate thing where I can make him and me invisible because I'm a nice guy?
Yes, you may.
Awesome. I shall do that.
Which level of it are you using?
Which I think it's the very last level on it.
Level 5. In
I
that
think
case,
so.
I believe that at that level it works on demons. I'm not certain, but I believe it does.
You'll have to just bear with me because I need to read exactly.
Just gonna politely decline your obfuscate for now, at least, because I don't really need that.
Right. Okay. Then what I shall do instead? Then I'll use Obfuscate 3 and change my appearance and mannerisms to mimic the other vampire.
Okay.
I'm just taking a precaution.
Your accent is awful.
I never said I was brilliant at mimicking you, sir.
You never had to.
By the way, at this point, Jesse, can I get a drive roll from you, please?
Why am I going to make a drive and kill you?
No, but I'll require a driving roll.
All right, nonetheless.
Can I get an awareness check whilst we're here?
Yes, you may.
I'd rather make an awareness check than a drive roll. Did we get it?
3 successes, by the way.
I know this is probably a bad time to mention it, but I do have a dot in Demon Hounded.
Oh no.
Did you say a DOS in Demon Hounded?
Yes.
At 1-6.
Okay. Right.
I am not the driver of this duo.
Right. In that
No.
case, you turn the engine, blah, 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 and then suddenly, bang! And every single cylinder head in the car fires, and I do mean fires like a gun, out the bonnet, punching holes in it.
What? I made a fucking... wow.
What the fuck are you doing with my car?
Well, we can always steal a new one.
Dude, where's my car?
Well, dude, where's my pistons?
Yeah.
I'm getting
but go
a
on.
failure, not a fucking critical.
No, this is because of something that's been done in the area.
Oh,
You-
good.
Yeah, you were contesting evil.
I would never. I am.
Yeah.
Anyway, fine. Oh, whoops. Never. Not like this. Never happened before. Me breaking a car.
Lil starts to look less amused by the second.
Nick, as soon as those pistons fired out the car, you felt a pulse of power coming from the industrial unit. Incidentally, you also felt a much weaker, but the same sort of energy pulsing from the small ring on the emissary's finger.
Oh wait, that was what the awareness roll was from.
Oh, we are.
Oh, that's what I was rolling for, but I'll take it.
Did I miss?
Well, you
making
said
an
you
awareness
wanted to
roll?
make an awareness roll, so...
Yeah,
didn't
but
swear.
it was. Oh, never mind.
Can I make an awareness roll? Great.
Yes, you may.
Oh,
Thank
yes.
you.
Finally,
I
a
will
dice,
make one too.
finally a dice pool that I do have. It's so fucking dry.
That's terrible. I got 2 successes.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Oh my god, what the fuck? A 1, a 2, and a 3? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that,
A 1,
yeah,
a
that-
2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. Okay, and
I
then
be-
7 and
I
9.
believe that's one success, Jesse.
No, if the
Yeah.
difficulty is higher than 7, yeah, 1 success. At least 1 success.
It's
Uh,
6.
well, yeah, diff 6, and then the 1 would cancel out the 7. So,
Oh, right.
So it will be 1 success. Right. So Lil gets 2, and Karul gets 1. Karul is able to sense the power coming from the industrial unit, though you aren't quite sure what sort of power it is. It could be demon, but it could be other. Lil senses that it is definitely demon power coming from that industrial unit.
So instead, like what she just asked her brother, she will now snap her attention back to the emissary and is like, "What the fuck are you doing with my car?"
That wasn't my doing. That was the mistress. I think she wants to talk to you.
I think she's a bitch.
Also, and he turns on his heel and stares out into the night and says in a soft voice, "Over here, now, please." the two vampires will hear a voice like thunder saying inside your heads, "Over here, now!" And you know instinctively where to go.
I go over there
I follow.
now.
This very instant.
Oh my god, I love you.
Sounds a very legit option.
Okay, for the demon's perspective, two vampires had just stumbled out of the night.
I'm going to make an awareness check on those two because obviously they are important to the emissary, and I want to know if I'm dealing with a demon friend or a leech. I mean,
pointy ears.
somebody else. If you're an elf, I'm totally fine with that.
Actually,
I do not judge.
storyteller, quick question.
Don't normally
Yeah.
swing that way.
As far as I know, Obfuscate 3 doesn't work on us.
No,
I don't believe it does, no.
No.
Okay, just checking if we would see two the same faces or two different faces.
Nope, at that level, I believe it does not work.
Check.
Yeet.
Look, you can get any kind of lackeys here. That doesn't mean we're just going to dance to your tune.
Hang on a cotton picking minute. Lecky, what the hell's going on here?
Is this a crossover episode?
Breaking the fourth wall. Oh my god.
So, somewhere in Dublin, a large theatre wall has just exploded. Right. At this point, the emissary will look at the vampires, look at the demons, and then he will turn, walk back to the industrial unit. He'll stop at the door and hold it open and say to all of you, "Inside, if you don't mind. The mistress will see you now, I suspect."
And if we do mind,
Then she'll probably want to come out here. That wouldn't be best.
Come now, lady. It's uncouth to keep a real woman waiting.
I haven't had a mistress in years. I wonder if she's into leather.
oh god.
I'm afraid both of you have no idea what you're dealing with.
Yeah, I tried to face Relius and I was like, for once in your life, keep your mouth shut, please.
Only for you, darling.
Lil is now very much considering taking off her black leather jacket because she's like, oh god, ew. And she'll just look at like Nick and Carol like, okay, are we going in or are we staying out? Like she knows what her preference is, but
If she wants to talk to me, yeah, and here I am. If you want to come out, come out. What's your fucking point? Nobody's lapdog.
Okay. I now have to ask the important question.
do you have common sense? No.
Who amongst you is going inside, and who amongst you wishes to remain outside?
Corporeally, I go inside.
But your
My-
soul is cowering in the box.
I gotta say, my heart being dead says yes, but my soul says no.
Listen to your soul, be a smart boy.
I mean, isn't the song "Listen to Your Heart"? But you know,
I gotta say, if I listen to my soul, I'm just gonna be stuck here with Chuck Berry on all day.
Not bad. Good choice.
Thank you. No, yeah, I'll go inside. Why not?
Okay.
you know, Lil is like Nick is a fiend, right?
Yeah.
Kick.
Yes, that's true. I was just reading the demon book, just trying to remind myself about this particular thing, and also, right. Okay, let's give that sense congruence another day in court.
Yeah. All right. Just as I'm walking in, I look over at the other demon, the girl. Would the kind gentle lady care to follow?
She'll look at Carol and is like, This
Could-
thing is stronger than we are.
Yeah, and if they, yeah, and when you are facing a lion, you walk into the cage because that's healthy.
But you don't understand. He loves me.
The thing is, if the lion
Those are
comes
considered
out-
famous last words, Mr. Elf.
if the lion comes out to play, we're in big trouble. And you and I both know that.
I can
guess
just tip and
we
skip out of
play-
here, you know.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna play along.
Okay, under protest, like really rolling his eyes, Garul will follow his sister and hope that she isn't as crazy as he thought she is. 'Cause-
I'm not crazy. I mean, she's definitely not happy about this choice, but she feels like, yeah, this is more powerful than she is, so she better be on some kind of, not necessarily best behavior, but some kind of behavior. The gun is still out.
Right, yo. Okay, so those of you who are going inside will make your way to the door. In what order do you wish to enter the building?
I'll go first.
I'll follow second.
I prefer to have the cannon fodder first, yes.
Yes.
So the two vampires are going in first. Oh, this is going to be so much fucking fun. Okay, give me a moment.
Oh dear.
I
But
like
then
being a speed bump.
Aw.
Did you say you're mimicking a speed bump?
I like being a speed bump.
Ah, right. Okay. So
Things I want to do when I grow up. Speed bumping, it's a
Yeah.
thing.
What do you want to be when you're older, little boy? I want to be a speed bump.
Oh,
Like,
oh
Okay.
boy, oh boy, oh boy.
some nice
Sorry.
ambition right there.
if the two vampires would be kind enough to make me a willpower roll at difficulty, at diff 7, please.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, I love it when you say, oh fuck.
Don't worry, it only becomes a problem when your eyes start bleeding.
I got one success. I live.
Hey, 3.
The problem is it was contested. Did either of you get 8 or more successes?
Jesus.
No.
In that case, you both curl up into a ball and begin weeping.
Did you mean rot check?
No,
Weeping.
this is something your beast is basically just going nope,
Hmm.
and basically just your beast is curling up into a ball.
Okay.
You can sense your beast is in the fetal position.
They
Ryan,
are speed bumps.
Ryan, I don't know what drugs I did, but I think they're working because I feel
Because-
like I'm smiling.
Because allow me to explain what you saw when you walked in. What you saw was a figure on a throne. This figure was hideous. You can't even describe it in words. But it's so monstrously ugly that even the worst Nosferatu would look like a beauty pageant contestant by comparison. So inhumanly monstrous that,
What if that's my king?
trust me, no one's kink is earthbound. That even your beasts basically fled the moment it saw them. And the only thing that stopped you running out back through the door was that you were too scared to make your legs work.
Hmm.
And so at the moment, you're curled up in a ball, weeping, and quietly hoping that it doesn't eat you.
I
Because
kind
you
of
know
mumble.
that this thing is a bigger predator than you are.
Yeah, I mumble. Lady, you asked us inside. I kindly obliged.
I know you did, my sweet, says the creature. One hand with enormous gore-wreathed talons, black with rot, reaching forward. And as it gets closer to you, an ice-like chill begins to radiate through your skin. And you're suddenly aware you really don't want that thing touching you.
Can I,
You
while
did.
this is happening, can I activate my first first dot in lore of humanity?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
I believe that's translate.
Yes, I want to be able to know what the hell she's saying in what kind of language, including vampire.
Okay. Oh, she's speaking English.
Oh, I know, but I don't know that they speak English.
That's
Can I-
true.
Can I shoot the hand? I'm
You
not
can
quite sure.
try.
I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna do it, but I'm considering it.
All right.
I wonder if I could help her do that if that ever comes to it, but we'll just cross that road when we come to it.
It's okay, Ryan. It's okay, Ryan. I smell worse than you. You'll die first.
You can't see my face right now, but
As the demons enter the room, can I get the same roll from you guys at diff 6?
Can I burn willpower on willpower save? Because I think I can do this.
if we get out of this, I'm gonna beat your ass so fucking hard.
No.
As it's a willpower roll, I'm afraid you cannot spend willpower to auto succeed.
I have the overconfidence flaw. Sorry, merit. I believe I can do this.
That works on skills mostly. Wow.
I don't think it works on willpower rolls, Jesse, I'm afraid. Or if
No.
it does.
What level you want?
You have to get, in order to be totally unaffected, you have to get 8 successes.
Right.
Oh, shit. I don't even have 8 willpower, dude.
I know, me neither. I think I have 7, so that's useless. But I'm going
I
to
have
try
4
and see
successes.
how long I can resist the bullshit. Oh wow! Does
Holy
count?
shite!
I mean,
That would have been a good roll.
Yeah, if not for the fucking ones. Anyway,
Yeah. Okay.
ones hate me.
Right. Okay.
Even if I hadn't have lost the willpower at the start, I wouldn't have been able to have passed that.
no, neither.
Hang on. So Saskia,
4
you
successes.
got 4.
Yep.
Nick got 1. And
God
Karul
damn it.
also got 2. Okay. So Nick will. Yes, unfortunately, Nick will also curl up into a ball and begin crying because, oh god, that's so ugly. It reminds me of the pit. I don't want to go back in the pit. I don't want to go back in the pit. I don't want to go back in the pit. I don't want to go back. You just hear him start chanting that over and over again. In the case of Karul, he will basically go stock still. And like all of your will, every single ounce of strength you have is to not immediately start pissing yourself in terror.
Alright.
And in the case of Lille, pretty much the same, except you're able to make yourself point the gun at the thing. You can't move your fingers to pull the trigger, but you're at least able to go. I'll shoot you. You're all gibbering though.
So who is actually frightened? The host or the
The demon
demon.
within.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's freaking earthbound. Like, what do you
Yeah.
expect?
Well, that's the point. I'm not sure if with our incredible memory, my dear wife, we know about Earthbound. Now I know a little bit about this. I know a little bit about this particular Earthbound.
By the
and
way,
that doesn't necessarily make me fear her.
Allow me to read you the mechanic, Jesse, just so you know.
Oh, it's fine. No, it's great.
The Earthbound is so monstrously hideous that most mortals will instantly flee in terror when confronted by it, and even demons may be shaken and afraid in the Dread King's presence. Whenever the Earthbound manifests its apocalyptic form, which this one is currently doing, make an appearance plus intimidation roll. Witnesses resist this terror with a willpower check. Difficulty 8 for mortals, difficulty 6 for demons. I said that the vampires can make it at 7 because they're not quite mortal, but nowhere near as willful as demons. If the Earthbound gains more successes, the witness flees in terror from the scene or curls up into a ball and goes into shock. I have chosen to prevent you all from running away from the scene. So that's an automatic thing all Earthbound have in their APOC form.
I'm just saying we definitely wouldn't have rot checked immediately. If I had control of myself, I would have immediately hit celerity, drew a chalkboard on the wall, and entered the fucking Shadow Realm and left.
Mm.
Ooh.
Yeah, basically, this is the moment you enter the room, you see it, and abject horror.
Anthony,
Yep.
can I burn a willpower to go and stand in front of my brother?
I will. Yes, I'll let you use a willpower to
Cool.
basically force yourself to stand there.
I bet that monster puts the milk in first.
As you stand in front of the creature, the Earthbound will look at Lille and will slowly rise from its throne, leaving Puss and Icor on the chair behind it.
I
It
don't
will
want it to
take
come closer.
a halting, heavy step forward, then
Where's my
another. And it will lean down. Bear in mind, this thing's about 8-9 foot tall.
Where's my freaking War of Winds? When I
And it
need
will
it.
look down and look into Leal's face.
Where is my-
You see multiple eyes, tentacles, roiling flesh, the stench of rotten meat, and innumerable teeth, all moving in a molten mass where its face should be. And the thing says, "You're the one who used Law of Winds. You will be useful to me, my dear. But first, I will require something from you." And it begins,
Fuck
and
off.
you feel one of its claw tips press into your cheek
Oh no, hell
and
no,
begin to
hell no,
push
hell no.
more
Can I use Fist
and
of
more.
Air?
You do not have the will to do it.
God fucking damn it! Can I
You begin-
burn another willpower? I do not want that thing touching me.
You can spend a point of willpower to take a step away, but that will expose Karul.
Oh hell no.
Oh, fuck my life.
Yes, your life is fucked.
The thing's claw goes into your cheek. You feel it pop into your mouth, and you can taste the pus and the ichor and the rotten blood and the old decayed flesh on its claw in your mouth. You feel it go
Ew.
further, and suddenly it begins to push against the other side of your mouth, the claw tip.
Ew.
You think you've got it bad? I can see it. I got an eye full of demon taint right now.
Yeah. And it stops and says, "I'll make it stop if you just tell me your name, child."
Sorry.
So basically, this creature has its finger pierced through both of her cheeks.
Through one of her cheeks, right through, and the tip of it is starting to push into the inside of her mouth on the other side.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
That's not a very good name, dear.
How unfortunate. And then,
Can I
Sas-
talk? Can I talk to the layer?
yes, you can.
If you're gonna sell me out, I'm
I
gonna
will-
kill you.
No, I'm just gonna say, please wait, Lady of Honor.
It stops. The creature stops, like jerkingly stops, and looks at Karul. "You speak an old name, child, but I'll hear you out. Be swift."
Me and my sister are here on your invitation. We accept because we have heard that you act with honor. And please allow us honorably to introduce ourselves. There's no need for demand.
Very well. I am a merciful queen. And she pulls her finger out, and it's like the lightest touch of her fingertip, not the claw, but the actual finger, Sass, onto your cheek. And Leal feels an ice cold burning, and as soon as that stops, the wound is gone. Though you can still taste pus.
Yeah, ew. She'll spit it out on the floor. If she can.
Yeah, she can.
Okay, cool.
Now, as the creature settles back into its throne, identify yourselves in my court. Then you can tell me why the bastards of Cain have deigned to present themselves, unless they do wish to swear fealty to their rightful queen.
Carol looks at his sister and then says, on this world, we are known to most mortals as Carol and Leal O'Quinn.
Not quite what I had in mind, but sufficient to start with. Leal and Carol. And as she says those names, you feel your entire bodies shudder. Even with your mortal names, there is power to them when she speaks them.
Leal doesn't look very happy about this.
You have need of a connection with us, so to speak. You invited us with your sheer power.
Fascinating. You sensed power and glory, and uninvited you answer the summons I had not sent.
My
You
lady,
crave power as much as any.
he smiles because that's true. Carol simply says, my lady, the veil here is thin as a sheet, and I have a knack for those things because the house I am from.
Ah, you are of the 7th house, aren't you? Jesse?
Yes, sir.
Carol's body shudders again as you realize what she's trying to do. She's trying to piece together your true name.
Yeah, I figured as much. But since there's still things she can find out in a hot second, I haven't really given something away, so it's fine. I understand. Thanks.
Yep. What about you, my friend? And she points at Nick.
Has Nick come round to some degree of sanity, or?
He's gibbering a little. Like every now and then he spasms and gibbers a bit. But he is, now that she is addressing him, he sort of has something he can focus on. It's a hideous thing to focus on, but he has a thing to focus on.
Mm-hmm. Well, Nick is probably going to focus on something a little bit. Well, the only thing that he fears more than this thing. I think we know who that is.
Thank you.
No, I wasn't. I mean, I'm sorry, but you know.
Oh, that was funny right there. Sorry.
Yeah. Nick, with that particular person in mind, simply replies, Nick,
I see. Very well. And you see her eyes flash, like actually glow with light for an instant. All of them. And the emissary reaches down and seizes both of the unmoving vampires. And from the vampire's perspective, with a strength you would not have expected a mortal to possess, he bodily throws you both to the foot of her throne. And you can smell her as she leans down.
I'm just not going to say out because anything I say is going to upset her anyway. So
Not a stupid move.
But can you burn the willpower to keep shutting up? Just kidding.
Who are you? And you feel a strange impulse to tell her your name. You can fight it by spending a willpower, but you have that desire to tell her your names.
All right. Am I allowed to like stand up and brush myself off, or am I not? Am I still?
You can get onto all fours and start like pushing yourself up.
Mm.
You won't be able to stand up this round, but like over the next couple of rounds, you'll be able to work your way to standing up.
Would you allow me to do the courtesy of bowing before you? I'm unable to do so in such a form.
It is always good when a gentleman follows the pleasantries of obeisance.
Yes, clearly I stand in the presence of something, I would not say otherworldly, but clearly of a superior power.
You speak carefully, bastard of Cain, but wisely. She looks down at the Malkavian, who is, I assume, still at her feet.
oh, certainly.
And you feel yourself like levitating off the floor, like just slowly drifting upwards, drifting up.
Okay.
Until you're roughly head height with your fellow. And she says, "Poor, sweet, afflicted child. Wouldn't you like to be free to control this affliction that mars you so?"
I can't say it isn't something that's crossed my mind, but I typically believe chaos is far more the order of things than any form of control.
You see her face harden instantly as she says, "Control must be absolute. Only through law is will enforced."
You make a very fine suggestion, but it depends on which the process by which I would gain control.
She can
What
see.
would I give you?
She can see Karul nod. He agrees.
You need only pledge yourself to me. Swear to serve my holy cause, and you may leave this place free of the dark affliction that mars your mind.
I would need more information on what your crusade is of than that, but it sounds enticing, I shall say.
I seek to bring order to the world, unity and perfection to a world marred by mankind's failings. all forces of this world, be they mortal, demon, or cane-born, shall answer to my dominion and be judged.
You had me at Unity. Sure.
Can I spend another willpower, or can I just shout like "fucking don't do it"?
It will take a willpower, but she extends her hand, and you see on her finger a strange sort of signet ring appearing, like actually growing out of her hand and then ripping through the flesh and appearing to be made out of a ring of bone.
Okay. Me and Relius are like psychically linked. I'm like, can I internally tell him not to fucking do it?
That will also take expending of a point of willpower. As the Earthbound says, as in times of old, merely kiss this signet ring, and your loyalty and my gift is assured.
You bloody idiots! Don't fucking do it!
No.
I'm gonna spend that willpower. I'm gonna shout that out like fucking hell.
I'm going to stop my sister by the sheer lack of faith.
Can
Not
I
shouting to an Earthbound.
can I
Shouting for an Earthbound.
can I ask the Madness Network for phone a friend? I know we're not on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but
Yes, I will allow you. I believe it would be another willpower check. Please roll your current number of willpower, not your permanent.
I mean I have 10 willpower. This character's a few days old technically by creation, but sure.
Yeah, what is your current willpower? Because presumably you have been spending some.
I haven't spent a single point tonight. I'm not getting
Oh
up.
my
I'm not
God.
shouting out.
Okay, in that case, yes, 10 dice.
Yeah. So we have a 9, a 10, another 10, a 6 if that gets through, a 9, and 2 more 6s.
Holy shit. Okay. The Madness Network is telling you two things very loudly. The first is, how dare you throw away the blessings of Malkav? This thing might take away the madness, and Malkav loves you and shows it through the madness. Don't throw away the madness. And the other thing it's telling you is, scary evil thing, don't pledge yourself to the scary evil thing. And like across your mind, you see a load of can-can dancers dancing with a song saying, don't pledge yourself to the demon, pledge to the demon, pledge to the demon.
I'm gonna chuckle, and I'm going to. Am I still levitating, or am I like standing up right now?
You're still floating in the air, bobbing up and down.
Okay, I'm gonna like motion my legs as if I'm trying to run away. Like, "Nyeh, come on!"
The creature puts its hand a little closer to your face. It's almost touching your lips, but it's making it so you have to make the action yourself. You have to choose to kiss the signet ring if you want to.
I could just imagine the Emperor in the background, like, do it.
I'm going to attempt to swim away.
That will require a willpower roll. Oh, sorry, a willpower point spent. Sorry.
I'm about to say, if you want to stop me being powerful, make me spend willpower. Don't ask me to roll it.
Yeah, that will cost you spending a point of willpower.
Yep, I'll spend a point of willpower.
Okay. To the rest of you, what you see is the vampire suddenly stop moving for a moment, then extend his arms and legs and start doing a breaststroke. In midair.
Kirill shaking his head.
By the way, does it feel like her attention has sort of shifted from us?
Yes. The intensity of the faith pressure that this thing was generating is focused on the swimming vampire.
Does it feel like I can move my gun and now might actually shoot?
Oh.
You aren't sure, but you could try. AKA, it will cost you a point of willpower.
Internal screaming.
I'm sorry.
Are you going to look at me before you do it?
I mean,
I'm just gonna aim for now because that'll first of all lower the diff if I do decide to shoot, and second of all, right now no one is really in any more danger than the rest is. So
If you shoot me, I'll probably rot check, which will get me out of this awful situation.
that would help as well, but I don't know that.
You
the fuck are you?
hope the rot trek will get you out of this horrible situation.
Well, I mean, I'd probably just yeet out of here with celerity. Like, no, I'm done. I'm just gonna run like 400 meters. Just no.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I doubt there's any point trying to use demontation on her.
Actually,
Oh, I'd love to see you try that. The entire Madness Network instantly made demon controlled.
Oh no.
There goes Clan Malkat.
I mean, that is definitely an impressive feat to have on your name, but
Yeah.
Well, let it be known, Relius the fuck up.
Yep. Relius, the guy who made Clan Malkavian an earthbound thrall cult.
Doesn't sound that bad when you say it like that.
All right. So, at this point, by the way, the demons are going to feel 2 pulses of faith. The first one is much more ambient. It's all like radiating out in every direction. A few moments later, there's another pulse that feels more like a ring extending outwards and then sort of stopping at a certain distance. Nick, you have Law of Patterns. You will sense the first one as being a use of Law of Patterns. I don't believe any of you have Law of Paths.
Nope.
Then none of you know what the second one was.
that was seriously bad.
Yeah. Also, oh god, I hate doing this, but it's what would happen. Leal will see as she is aiming her gun.
Mm-hmm.
A hand will come out and just grip the barrel at the end, not covering the hole, but sort of gripping it. The emissary is holding the gun.
Oh no! Stay away from my gun.
And in his other hand, there is a large hunting knife pressed just under her ribs. Not puncturing yet, but if he applies force, it will pierce her skin.
She will stay as she is.
I wonder if turning the shroud off in this area would do anything.
Do it.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, what's the thing that's got a knife up to Lady Girl's ribs?
The emissary. The
Basically,
guy that invited you in.
basically, the Earthbound's sort of head
Black.
priest, effectively.
Okay. Can I use demontation on him?
Yes, you
You
can
can
try.
try. He might already be totally nuts, but you can try.
Oh, I will. I want to provoke extreme anger in him.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think you're going to aim a little lower at this point.
I just got to find out what the rolls for Voice of Madness is. 'Cause I think it's an empathy something.
You shot my dick off!
If I find out it was you, I will stab you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Didn't do nothing.
Okay, so...
Right? Passion is
So-
charisma plus empathy.
Hang on, spend 1 blood point, make manipulation, empathy, difficulty 7. Each success allows for an additional target. I'm not choosing additional targets. Actually, I guess if I need additional targets, I could say all of you guys as well, because it'll be funny.
Yeah.
This allows for the additional successful power creates victim. This makes self-control control depending on Okay, so yeah, we just roll manipulation empathy, which is going to be fun. Yay. And I spend a blood point.
Okay. Make the roll.
Bear with me while I find manipulation empathy. We have 8 with the burst in that one. So let's see how this goes. 10s explode.
I believe so, yes.
I'm about to explode.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay. That's still good. That's 3 successes.
Okay,
And
1, 2, 3,
Apparently, you guys make self-control courage, whatever
5,
that equivalent
6,
is.
7, 8, 9, 10.
How is it conceivably has more than 10 willpower?
The problem is, okay. I'll put it in terms you may understand. This guy is what is referred to in Earthbound terms as a thrall. He has no will of his own.
Right.
He is entirely a slave of his mistress.
So you're telling me some insane bitch boy has 12 out of 10 willpower?
No. What he's
The
saying
Earthbound
is
does.
that you're not rolling against the thrall. You're rolling against the mistress.
Yeah.
So she's
And
it's an extension of her.
Earthbound.
Yes.
Yeah, and the Earthbound has 12 willpower.
Right.
Okay, well, my other 2 targets, because I got so many successes, will be the lady and her brother, I suppose, because they seem to have camaraderie.
Right. So, basically, there's a moment on the face of the thrall, and then of confusion as much as anything else that passes, and the Earthbound will look directly at the Malkavian. And, pain begins, building up in your veins. Feels like someone's poured hot lead through you.
Cool, I guess.
Make a rot threat roll. Because now it does feel like you're on fire.
Oh, brilliant. I know how to rot check and things. I can rot check good.
The fun part is, you're floating in midair. You can't run away.
Well, it's not like he can go crazy. They already passed that stage.
Is it just a willpower check for rot check?
I believe it's self-control.
It's courage.
Oh, yeah, courage.
Oh, courage. Hang on. Then I have done that wrong, and I apologize. Oh, yeah. I have 4 courage, guys. It's fine.
Okay.
There.
Oh,
okay.
Motherfucker!
I manage it barely.
I know, that's what I mean. You got a 10. Fuck. Okay. Your beast is screaming, ah! And you're just sort of go, and in your quiet Malkavian brain, you're just going, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming.
Nope.
Does my demontation affect the 2 demons at all? The brother and sister?
Unfortunately, no, because I believe that would class as mind control. And they're immune.
Dominate. I thought it was dominate, not demontation.
I believe demontation would classify. Presence doesn't, because that's emotional control.
Yeah, dementation, as he said, he controls the emotion, actually.
I mean, this is voice of madness. Like, I say something that makes you angry.
Yeah.
Ah. In that case, on this occasion, no. It won't be prevented. So, yes, it will apply on this occasion, because you're trying to provoke emotion.
Technically, it's incubus passion, I think it's what it's called, right?
Oh, no, that's like level... That's like level 1. I'm using voice of madness. Provoke extreme fear or anger.
Oh, sorry, the 4th one. Provoke extreme fear or anger. And you can tell me either it's fear or anger.
It's anger for everyone who I was aiming at.
Right.
In that case, Leal and Karul.
Well, the question is, are you speaking in our heads or are you speaking to us?
I'm sorry, but would you rather be shit scared or angry?
In our case, we don't have Rotrek. It doesn't matter.
Well, I'd say demons do not have a flight response, so you kind of got to pick anger.
Actually, we can flight. I can go.
Yeah, you can,
try
Aiden.
and go away.
Well, I mean, I don't know all your characters intricately, so I'm gonna have to say something and ad lib it if I'm honest. But I'm just gonna say it out loud. Like, I thought you guys were meant to be like amazing, powerful demons, and we were the low ones. Come on, you're better than this.
I mean,
My mother has football skills better than you.
Oh God! Oh
Am I-
God!
Am I going to let
Yeah,
the
oh
parasite
God.
say this?
no.
Okay, Leal and Karul,
Yeah.
you are both suddenly overwhelmed by immense anger.
We
Wait a
don't
minute.
get.
Wasn't
we
there
don't
a
get it.
resist roll?
Don't we get a block check?
Self control roll, whatever the equivalent for a demon is.
I believe.
Self-control,
Yes,
Ah.
I think
No,
you
we have-
guys.
Conscience, conviction, and courage.
In that case,
So,
it
conviction.
will be.
Probably
Yeah, it'll
courage
be-
or conviction.
It'll be conviction.
This, oh boy. Lol.
Uh-oh. I knew I had a dump set somewhere.
You got one success? Is that enough? I mean, it's to resist, right? Or is it like?
Let me read. Depending on the effect, the demon's difficulty. The difficulty is either increased by 3 and results in frenzy, or rot check correspondent users who have. Sorry, let me reread this. Okay, so it just says that the difficulty of the roll is increased by 3, and my difficulty, as far as I was aware, was 7. So that
So-
sounds awkward, but hey.
So I believe it is now a diff 10 to resist.
Does it make sense?
To be fair, it's dementation and it's an odd discipline.
No, but it's not his difficulty that we have to top as well,
No,
right?
no. Of course not.
I mean, I can read the full thing for you. So I make
No,
my
I
roll.
have it here. It's like the player spends a blood and makes a manipulation empathy roll, difficulty 7. One target is affected per success. So we only need to have one success, basically. And for us, there's no difficulty stated the way I read it, but this is up to storyteller, of course.
I'd say that if there's no diff stated, it will be diff 6. Because that's standard diff for anything, for most things.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
In that case, I have a success.
Conscience? Oh boy, yeah, I have a shit conscience.
That's
conviction.
conviction.
Oh, I have a shit conviction. Conviction. You know my character. Conviction? That's a long word with multiple syllables. I don't do that.
A cold-hearted coward.
No, I'm not cold. I'm crazy. I failed.
Two 3s. You got a 6
dear.
total.
In my anger, I'm going to direct my anger at the vampire who just said something about my mother, and I'm going to burn a faith power and take my form, my truer form, so to speak.
Okay.
Oh no.
Of course.
I don't think I've ever killed a character on his second scene before.
I can say the same thing.
Oh no.
So it is true. I'm going to get someone killed.
Can I stop this?
Unfortunately, no. It's like your brother is standing behind you, so you can't actually see what he's doing until it's
fair.
too late.
That's fair.
Like the first indication you'll get he's changing form will be the pulse of faith he uses as he changes form, so that's a bit late. And you can't really shut the vampire up because she's floating in front of the Earthbound some distance away from you, shouting bad things about your mummy.
In all honesty, what is the emissary doing with like my brother suddenly turning into like his form? Because he holds the knife to me.
So
the emissary.
Just for the appearance, the people who are not familiar with the demon will see my physical form change. I will appear instantly much more pale, much more perfect in form, almost translucent. You can see through me like it's a spirit. It's still bright in light. You can see instant wings passing, like black wings, like a large bird sprouting from my back. Yeah, you can see my eyes light up with a black light sort of coming from it. And at the moment, I have not yet taken my tormented form yet. But yeah, you will definitely see a truer form of an angel. And yeah, so far that's it.
At that point, Jesse, the
Yep.
Earthbound its head will snap up to look at you.
Yeah. I'm not
And-
focused on the Earthbound at all. I'm focused on the thing in his hand.
Oh yeah, but you will hear it. You will hear the Earthbound say, like in a slow voice, "Fana," which you will recognize as the last part of your true name. It doesn't have enough to control you, but that should scare you.
It does, and I will, as my demon, as it's fully taking over, I will make a escape. I will run, because that's never happened before. I will go through the veil into the realm of the shadows.
Okay, I feel I should point out, because you would know this, being a Slayer, on the other side of the space you are currently in, there is a Nihil. If you go in there, it will almost certainly not end well for you. Your best hope is to basically fly away from the industrial park in the mortal world and enter the spirit world once you're outside of it.
You're saying that on the other side of this particular space is something I can't command?
Something that not only can you not command, it might actually hurt you.
Oh, interesting. Then I would still fly away.
That's fair enough. Are you going to try and take Leal with you?
Let me. I have to think about that because
I mean,
my fear is my demon. I mean, demon doesn't really care for Lil much.
aren't you extremely angry because of the demontation? Like, I mean, is that really on the forefront of your mind?
Flight after part of my.
Grabbing Lil?
No, I don't think so.
No, neither do I.
No, I will not take Lil because at this moment I'm fearing for my demon life, not scenarios for Kerul's life.
Okay.
Okay.
Could I use demontation again, as I can spend 4 blood a turn?
I got time.
In a single turn, I'm going to rule no. You can only use demontation once per round. But yes, if Karul is going to try and fly away, no one is blocking the door, so woof, Karul flies out into the night.
And outside, as soon as he is near the thinner veil, he will fly into the shadow realm.
Yeah, basically, once you get like the equivalent of 2 or 3 steps outside of the industrial park.
Yeah, sure.
As soon as you
just
get that distance,
I will take flight and actually go into the air to take as much distance as I can, and then pick a place where I pass.
Right, yeah. Okay. Inside the chamber, the Earthbound is looking at the Malkavian with a great deal of confusion. And it reaches up and wraps its fingers around his ankle. And then with the slightest movement, it's going to attempt to break your ankle. Do you have any fortitude?
I have 2 fortitude.
Okay, give me a second.
Oh,
Did
he's
I know-
trying. He's still got blood.
Yeah, I'll laugh hysterically if you manage to resist this. Okay. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Holy fuck. Okay, roll to soak 2 damage.
I mean, I spend a blood. I activate Fortitude auto soak.
Alright. Okay, so what you all see is the demon's wrist move, and then boom. Like it's clearly trying to break the vampire's ankle, and nothing is happening. And she looks very perturbed. And then you hear her simply say, "Very well. I have an alternative solution in mind."
Anthony,
And yes,
how distracted is the emissary?
he's currently focusing on you.
Fuck. Okay.
You see what appears to be a sphincter opening wide in her face. It's full of teeth all around.
Oh Lord!
She
Not
places
Vor.
the entire lower leg of the vampire in, and there's a crunching sound.
Look at me, Mum.
Oh.
I killed Evan's player. I'm so good.
I mean,
And-
I'll plead, like, look, we don't have to do this. I will bring as many people here as you want if you let me go. I know many salacious souls and things that would happily do your bidding.
She dangles you from what's left of the leg and looks at you. Bring me others, or I will eat the rest of you. And she throws you bodily through the metal shutter, like poof, right through it.
Yeah,
You skid to a stop outside.
awesome.
You are missing a leg below the knee.
That's
you have-
yeah.
you have-
I'll roll to grow that back later.
Yes, that will count as 1 unsoakable ag damage, I'm afraid. So,
That's fine.
but yes, that will take a night to recover. But yes, feel free to drag your sorry ass away.
I'm she threw me outside the building, yeah?
Yes, you're about 30 to 40 feet away.
Okay, well, I have 2 blood left that I could spend, so can I try and demon tape the other guys left in there?
I think you're a touch too far away.
I mean, as long as they can hear my voice.
That's true.
Did you say, like,
Okay, you can
I'm
try.
gonna say the N-word. Get down.
Oh my god! Just the thought of someone screaming that in the middle of an industrial park in order to prompt a bunch.
Oh, that's dirty.
Yeah, I mean, fucking
That's
hell. Do
dirty.
you know what happened to Anna Subri when they said that to her?
I forgot.
It's like what the word. It's the word
Let's
that was
keep
spoken to
politics
Cain.
to a minimum, please. Politics to a minimum.
Sorry, yeah.
Oh,
How many demons are left in there? 3?
2.
2.
Yeah, there's Nick.
2
and
demons,
there's-
1
and there's
vampire.
Okay,
yeah,
well,
there's 3 people left in there.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to demon tape my buddy boy.
It's the huge
So-
real sequel to 2 Girls and 1 Cup.
Yeah. I'm not going to demon tape my buddy boy, so I'm going to say the 8 and the 9 are both on the lady, and the 10 is on the other one. Just so I have a bit of a better chance of making her angry.
Okay.
She's already angry.
Yeah, Leo.
Yes.
Since in the current situation,
Yes.
you have reason to have like the majority of your anger will be directed at the emissary, because
yes.
he's the one holding your gun. He's the one with the
yes.
knife to your ribs,
Oh yes.
and suddenly you're filled with a very animalistic impulse
I mean,
To
I can
take
still
his
roll
head.
it. I can still
take
roll
it-
it.
to take his head, rip it off, and violate what's left of him. That is your impulse. You can feel free to roll conviction
Yeah.
to prevent yourself doing so.
I mean, yeah. A 6 and a 7. Chaka.
I think that's enough.
Yes.
Think. Right.
I mean, that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna do something, but it just means that I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. Nick, make thine roll if you're going to. That's 3 successes.
Boss.
Right, so you also manage to resist the compulsion to beat the living shite out of the focus of thine anger. In that case, okay.
I mean,
Let me ask a question of the Malkavian.
Go ahead.
How much was your blood pool at the start of this scene?
I mean, I think I had 13, and I've spent 3. So yeah.
Okay, all right. In that case, yes, you are fine. You may continue to crawl yourself to safety.
Okay. Well, I have one more blood point for the turn, so I'm going to direct it all at my vampiric friend, but this time I'm gonna add fear as opposed to anger.
God damn it. Just yeet!
I have to. I'm sorry. I don't want you to die.
I will say that the Earthbound by this point has turned its focus onto the other vampire.
good.
That's fine.
And is like, it's all right. Fucking Malkavians. Right. The Earthbound will say to the other vampire, I've spared your friend. Will you pledge yourself to me more readily? Or must I exact a similar toll of flesh from you? And again, extending the hand with the signet ring.
What you ask of me is something I cannot give, and I think you know that.
Cannot or will not.
Were I to give you your soul, I would have no will.
Quite wrong, child of Cain. Your soul would remain mine, but your will would be your own, unless thrice full our bond was. Only then would your will be mine. Swear yourself to me but one time only, and your will be yours. But I will expect obedience.
Look.
Unless you have good justification.
Well, I try to look at her in her many eyes as best as I can. I cannot
Right.
give you in her many eyes, its many eyes, whatever it is, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I cannot do what you ask. If you're going to kill me, get it over with. Perhaps we could come to a separate bargain.
A bargain. What do you think I am? And you feel her fingers close around your throat. You aren't sure how her hand moved to your throat because it wasn't there a moment ago.
To tell you the truth, my dear, I haven't the foggiest.
I am an earthbound, far beyond these pathetic fallen. You would dare pact with me.
I don't believe there's a way that I could be cordial in this manner. Clearly, I've offended you. I apologize.
I have a solution. It
Being
is a simple one. Take this. And she holds out what appears to be a tie pin made of silver. with a little bit of what appears to be some sort of ivory in the shape of a bird. Stylus, and she says, "Wear this to all gatherings of your own kind, and I will let you depart and live your life in peace. You will owe me nothing if you do this thing for me. And I am a kind mistress. You may call upon my favor thrice."
I would assume you speak the truth if I were to ask questions upon this pin.
By all means.
What do you stand to gain from me bringing this pin to gatherings?
The opportunity to find who among your kind would be more amicable, more able to offer me what you cannot.
Well, I cannot say that that wasn't evasive.
It was the statement of truth that I promised.
Yes, but in a tongue that I frankly cannot understand.
She wants to know which one of yours, whatever that is willing to follow her instead of you.
Well, I do believe you'd be best looking for someone of an infernal recollection. Of those, I do not know. But it looks like we have a deal.
Excellent.
I take the pin.
Yep. You don't even have to pick it up. There's what appears to be a strange blur,
Mm-hmm.
and it's suddenly attached to a tie or a lapel or whatever you happen to have.
Okay.
And she has released you. She leans back in her throne and simply says, "Depart in peace, friend. Know that thrice more you may call upon my service."
Okay. Well, I bow cordially, as I always do.
Yep.
Actually, I have a business card. Just a moment.
You're
Okay.
giving the Earthbound the business card.
Oh my god. That
Oh,
is
God.
amazing.
Oh. Right. She takes the business card.
All right.
Oh my god.
She's slightly confused, but she takes it, puts it aside on the arm of her throne,
Okay.
and she gestures with a slight nod for you to depart.
Okie doke. And I make my way out.
Okay. As you leave, the emissary gives you a slight nod, but you notice he never takes his eyes off Lil.
Lil's eyes are shooting daggers at this guy. Like, fuck this guy.
Why the look, dear? What else would you do in my position?
Die hideously.
I prefer to wield power over the dead, not be one myself.
Idiot.
Idiot. You say that as you are quite literally fucked.
Oh yes. Out of character. Oh hell yes.
God damn. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Ma'am,
Oh,
I have no idea who you are. These meetings are, generally speaking, my least favorite. I already have a bunch of people hounding my soul. Oh, Lord. Well, best of luck. I give her a nod and leave.
Right. Leo and Nick are still in the room.
Oh yeah.
She's going to look at Nick because she hasn't done much with him. And she leans a little closer and says, "They blame you, I understand. They think you called my emissary. They think you already served me."
Anthony,
Yep.
this might be a little bit out of the left field, but considering how it's quite obvious that the Earthbound has been using laws left, right, and centre,
Yep.
is there any chance that Nick would be able to pick up on possible pieces of their true name?
Unfortunately, not
There is a
presently.
mechanic in the core book about it, but
There is, but basically, like the thing with her is what she's been using are laws, but the thing is, her true name is basically so complicated at this point that you haven't seen enough to be able to get her true name yet.
so it would take more.
With more exposures and more interactions.
All right, well, could I at least get started?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
You basically what you'll be able to do is begin working out her celestial name.
Colt, would it?
Would it what?
I was asking, would merely observing the scene, would that be a perception plus occult?
Yes, but it will be at difficulty 9.
Not a problem.
Oh, sorry. Could I real quick just write in chalk on the ground, "Call me," and then leave my card on the floor?
Anthony,
Yes.
is perception specialty of insightful? Would we say that?
Yes. Yes, I'll let that apply. And also, Malkavian player, who are you writing the chalk for?
No,
This is.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
he's a Meagar.
Ah, right.
I just leave it outside on the off chance that somebody might be inclined to pick it up. It's
Oh yes, you can write it.
Okay.
It's up to any of the other players if they wish to interact with it.
Sounds like fun.
Okay, so Anthony, 5 successes.
Okay.
Successes with that.
In that case, please make a note of that in your blue booking.
Okay, I'll just do that right.
And you will be starting towards getting her celestial name.
By the way, can I do the same, or is that something that you really need eminence for? Because I only have eminence 1, so it's fair if you say no.
It's more something you would ideally need legacy for, but I'll let you make a roll.
I meant legacy. Yeah.
Oh, would legacy have reduced the difficulty or the merit that I have?
Legacy did reduce the difficulty from a 10.
Oh, I have 3 points of legacy.
Yeah, basically just knowing names at all was reduced it.
All right, what about Dreams of the Past merit?
No.
All right, never mind.
Unfortunately, this demon has basically mangled herself so much that by having a bit of legacy, you know enough to be able to help yourself figure things out by connecting the dots more easily. Like, you're more familiar with demon names. But if Leal has no legacy, then it will be difficult.
Don't think she has. Maybe 1 dot. Let me have a quick look.
If she has 1 dot, it will be diff 9. If she has none, it will be diff 10.
I have a diff 10. But does my acute sense eyesight work on this?
No.
I figured. That's cool. I'll still attempt it.
Yeah, because otherwise all you'd be guessing is Earthbound, 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 Earthbound.
So perception occult.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope. The only thing you know about this one is that she is butt bug ugly.
Yeah, that's about my assessment.
Ratio. The demon will say to Nick, I know that you will not swear yourself to me, child. You are wiser than the bastards of Cain. But you can still do me a courtesy.
In what way?
You perhaps know where the tyrant of this city resides. And if not, you can at least find someone who does. Someone more willing to open their secrets to me. And she looks quite sharply at Lil.
Yeah.
What do you say, my friend?
I don't know much about them.
Do you know where his domicile is?
I know that they are of my house.
She said. You hear a growl.
They stretch locations from one to the other.
I need not know his house or his laws. I need only the entrance to his domain. Give it to me if you know it.
I could show you a door, but if the door is no longer open.
Open or closed is irrelevant. Once you show it to me, we will be done.
Fine.
Traitor.
There's an alleyway. And Nick will actually give the address of an alleyway somewhere in the middle of Dublin.
Is it the one I believe the one you emerged from? Or is it just a random alley?
I'll roll a D10. Actually, would I be able to roll a wit's intuition?
For what purpose?
Being a quick thinker and trying to find a place that looks exactly like what he remembers.
Yes. Difficulty 8.
Okay. Difficulty 8, you say?
Yeah.
Okay. That's, well, one success.
No, you've got 2 1s there.
Right, but his 10 has exploded because he's got quick thinker as his.
All right.
Wit.
Well, the 10 as a whole is negated. So the 2.
How does that count?
As I understand it, it's the It's like the successes count for double, but it's still one successful number that's negated. So
it's knocked out, and the 9 is still there, so it's one success.
No, what I mean is, all right, we'll run with it as a success for now, and I will explain out of seeing what I meant. Right.
Anthony?
Yes?
I think Lil wants to create a distraction before he actually gives an answer.
Okay.
Which means I'm going to, can I spend for lores, or can I roll lores at this point?
Yes, I think at this point you can.
Then I want to use Fist of Air on Bloody Earthbound again. Oh wait, I need to look up one thing real quick, and that is
Okay, I need to ask you an important question. Are you sure you wish to do this?
No, not at all. But you know, at least we're gonna go down epically. Shit, that sucks. Oh well. Or fuck it, I'll just blow up the emissary first.
Right. I don't see a roll.
No, I haven't rolled yet, sorry. I was looking at one of my backgrounds to see if I could use it, but I can't use it. Too bad.
Okay.
Stamina survival. I'm once again gonna pour a faith and a willpower point in this.
Okay.
Very good thing I did. Two successes. As the wind sort of is going to bang against the emissary, and Lil is just gonna shout, "Run!" to Nick, like GTFO.
Okay.
Okay.
Nick, are you going to run?
Yes.
Okay.
If it appears that either the Earthbound or the Emissary are not affected by this, or are otherwise, how can we say, basically being a cheater, he'll cheat of his own accord. If I could actually find the fucking dice roll I need to roll for.
I will say the emissary is knocked back.
Okay.
He falls, and that for a moment, like the act of him falling, is what distracts the Earthbound for an instant.
Okay. All right. Follow the fiend-shaped blur.
Oh boy.
One thing for you both.
Mm-hmm.
As you are both fleeing, two things will happen almost simultaneously.
I mean,
You will first feel an intense heat. And you realize that you're about to die in fire. That thought hits you instantaneously. And then suddenly there's a golden, light that just seems to surround you. And you're able to run through what is a line of fire where the door is. Blue fire is burning in front of the door, and you are able to get through it without being burned. As you run through, the golden light does fade, but you're now able to flee safely if you run fast enough.
Is my card burned?
No, your business card is intact.
Yes! I mean,
Because the fire is at the doorway and the business card is on the throne.
so how fast is fast? Because Lil will make sure that Nick is like ahead of her. And she's definitely like, shooting. The bullets probably won't even hit anything, but she's just shooting randomly into the direction that they came from. Like bam, 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 bam.
Your gun, okay, in that case, I'll need you to make me a Dex firearms check.
Okay. Dex and firearms.
Silly gun-toting demon.
I mean, that
Fucking
is...
hell.
Anthony.
I did say she was the feisty one, right?
Anthony.
No.
It's not your night, is it?
No. It's really not. How hard is it to kill my players? Right.
That is 4 successes. I don't have exploding tens yet, and I'm really sad about this, but that's what it is.
With a dice check like that,
Yeah.
as you fire off randomly, you hear, "Ow! Fuck!" And you realize you've just shot the emissary twice.
Good.
Yes.
that's for like pushing a knife against me, which, by the way, didn't hit me, right? As he got blown back.
No, you managed to get it away.
Haha.
He still the guy still hasn't learned.
I love Lord of Winds. Like, yes.
Okay, as you're leaving, you both get to the edge of the industrial park, and you are both going to be surprised a little when you notice that a brand new Mercedes is sat there, passenger and driver's side front doors open, engine running, with keys in the ignition.
Yeah, not gonna ask questions. By the way, do we spot the business card? Because just for fun's sakes, I will pick it up on the run.
As far as I understood, it was drawn in chalk on the floor.
Yeah. No. The like, as in, I drew a big sign saying, "Call me"
with your number.
Yeah, and then I left my card there.
Yeah, so basically, he drew in chalk, "Call me," and then his number. So you are free to take a picture of that as you run.
Yeah, I did leave my card.
Yeah, it's like call me, and then the business card is on the floor.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
He is a modern day Carly Rae Jepsen.
Okay.
Hey, I just met you. Please don't eat my soul. Call me, maybe.
You took the business card.
Oh yes.
When you get to the Mercedes, you will notice a small folded piece of paper on the dashboard that reads, "For exclusive use of." Let me just double check the names. Mr. Nick Stark and Ms. Lil Carul.
Okay.
And you notice it's a rental car.
Okay. No questions asked, except that Lil will look at Nick. Can you drive?
Yeah, I can drive. Can you drive?
Get in a fucking car.
And Nick gets in the car.
And you both drive off?
Yeah, if he's driving, then Lil is just gonna,
she's the one with the gun.
Yeah, exactly. So she's gonna be in the
like the whole, Smokey and the Bandit type thing.
Which is definitely what Lil will do. Like, she will, as soon as they're like in the car driving, she will like check the rear mirrors to see if anything is after them, and then just lights up a cigarette. It's like,
no, there's nothing following you. Though you do notice as you lean back to take a cigarette, the small no smoking signs in the back of the car.
That's your deposit lost.
It's not my deposit. I don't give a fuck.
You have no idea what we do with cars, do you? We pick that shit up.
Yep, and there is nothing chasing you as far as you can tell.
That is good. That is good. I just need to check one more thing, and that is because do I still feel that taint within me?
It is still there, but it's much diminished.
I'm just gonna use cleanse, which is level 2 lore of awakening.
Right, yep.
Which is stamina medicine roll. As soon as I looked up my things for this medicine, that's stamina. Oof, this is not a very good roll for me. I got 1 success.
Okay. You managed to drive out the last remnants of the tainted energy.
Good.
At that point, your phone will ring. On the caller ID, it's your bank.
Yeah.
Miss Carul?
Yeah. Quinn. Yes.
All right, yeah. Miss O'Quinn, we're calling on a matter of some security concern, if you wouldn't mind coming into the office to discuss some questions, we have a bit of a problem regarding your account. Officers of the Gardaí are here. They would like to talk to you regarding apparent fraud related to your account.
What?
There's a fraud suspicion attached to your account, Mr. Quinn. If you wouldn't mind coming in.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Please make sure it's today.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Goodbye. Click. Incidentally, you will notice that was very odd for a phone call from the bank.
Oh yeah.
Like we have such good reputation of following up on things that the bank cares about.
Yeah.
The fact that she has a bank account has astonished me to begin with.
Yeah, me too. But hey, you get used to it.
You have to keep your 3 or 4 euros somewhere, don't you? All right. I think as the two demons drive off in their quite thoroughly smoky rental car, we'll end the scene. Thank you, everyone, for playing, and I hope everyone watching had fun. Good night and goodbye.